Between trail cams and crossing the road, moose have been seen in both Burnett and Washburn counties. I'm here in Baldwin, where Safari Country opens on Wednesday, bringing wildlife to the window of your car. This is Lake Wissota, and its thousands of acres offer opportunities for fishing, sailing, jet skiing, and an activity that's made waves across the state: wakeboating. On a hot July Saturday afternoon 2 years ago, several people took to tubing in the Apple River near Somerset. The trip ended in tragedy.
Elliot Adams joins us in studio to talk about what led this over 140-year-old institution to shutter its doors. Elliot.
Keith, Shannon, while they haven't responded to our request for interviews, HSHS CEO Damian Boatwright recently spoke with trade publication Catholic Health World. In this article, he cites specific examples of the challenges the HSHS and Prevea network in western Wisconsin.
If you don't, am I detained right now? You're detained right now. All right, come on, put the cuffs on.
Videos like these are all over YouTube and are quite popular, but they come at a cost to taxpayers like you.
They post law enforcement videos and they're for profit. They make a profit off of law enforcement videos on their social media platforms.
Their videos, like these on Code Blue Cam's channel, cover everything from OWIs, traffic stops, and even active shooter situations.
We're looking at 18 hours for one request.
However, there's a cost for everything.
I'm gonna tase you, bud.
So if they're asking for all of the records, that would be 3 body cameras that would be on scene. We also have in-car squad cameras, so we have front-facing cameras, and we have rear cameras in the cage area of the squad car. So that would be 9 videos.
The X-ring for a 200 and 300 yard target is 4 inches. So when you're shooting standing at 200 yards, you're shooting at a 4-inch X-ring.
Staff Sergeant Aaron Cabasco is a member of the Wisconsin Army National Guard and the All-Guard Service Rifle Team, which brings soldiers nationwide to compete at the highest level. After this summer, he's now part of the President's 100, an annual competition that brings roughly 1,000 of the best shooters from across the military and nation. After a day of competition, only the top 100 receive the coveted President's 100 tab.
Break a bad shot, you lose focus somewhere, and that's the match for the day. It's one of those matches that you have to shoot your best that day.
Nestled in the southwest corner of town is an animal clinic that has served Eau Claire for several decades. The Ark Animal Hospital and Dr. Jeff Stepanek are a fixture in the community.
He has seen them for multiple generations of human and animals alike.
It's been a long career, and now he hopes to find his replacement. That's when his daughter jumped in.
What are the options? Where do people sell the Ark? And I produce TV commercials for a living, and I thought, well, the world is a visual medium now, so the best option would be to show a video.
Elizabeth Montgomery took the Herculean task of showing what the Ark is in a video that's just over 3 minutes long.
You can't sum up the Ark in 3 lines in a classified ad, for sure. And even just a simple statement on it or website doesn't quite do it justice. You need to see the full dynamic, how amazing the staff is, how wonderful his clientele is, and highlight Eau Claire.
So some of the animals you may see in the field portion is we have our dromedary camels, some ostriches, multiple different types of antelopes.
And the animals, especially the Brahma, a type of cow, love visitors.
So these guys are easy to distinguish between, they have very floppy ears and then they have this big hump on their back as well.
Others are a bit more demanding of attention. The animals are still getting used to their new home, but love their familiar caretakers.
So this one here is Faith, and then this one here is Sage.
How old are they?
So Sage, I know, is a little bit older than Faith. Faith, I believe, is around 5 years now. And sometimes they'll even reach in and give you a little bit of camel kiss.
We welcome everybody of every stripe of life to encourage them to apply. And we really enjoy a quite diverse driving population. We have people that are stay-at-home moms all the way to retired mechanical engineers.
To learn what it takes, Johnson taught me how to drive, at least in a straight line.
The best part of this school bus is what you just did, is you put on your seatbelt first. Safety first always.
After buckling up and adjusting windows, it was time to take off in what Johnson described as just a big SUV.
I think you found your calling.
Yeah. When driving, the exterior mirrors and long vertical windshields provide almost 360 degrees of visibility that Johnson says helps him keep the kids, his favorite part of the job, safe.
I'd like to do a quick shout out to the Putnam Elementary students, Redbird Route, Bus 406, Namaris, Amara, Nathan, Willow, and everybody else on the Redbird Route. Hope you're having a great summer, and we will see you soon on the first day of school.
For News 18, I'm Elliot Adams. These features are why some have concerns.
When a wake is created and the prop is pointed downward, it really scours the bottom of the lake bed. And vegetation that is down there is then scoured away and prevents the fisheries from developing properly.
There's also the perceived threat to shorelines.
Also, what happens when the wake boats go by and closer to lake shores, it creates a tremendous wake that presents a danger to the boats that might be moored there and to the docks, and also to the wildlife vegetation that is necessary for spawning.
In Wisconsin, this fight against wake boats doesn't mean an outright ban, but rather stricter limits on where wake boats can be used. Lakes at Stake, a Wisconsin nonprofit, advocates that wake boats should be at least 700 feet from shore and in water that's no less than 30 feet deep.
As the lieutenant governor, then I can see what is going on the ground. I can see the type of services that are lacking and bring that back to Madison to say, look, we need to make sure that we are funding these communities the way that they need to be funded. Everybody wants to make sure that these individuals are helped.
The past couple of years have seen a sharp uptick, though, sobering the event.
If you look at the last 2 point-in-time counts, that number doubled instead of going up 15%. So there's certainly a crisis that we need to address. We need to figure out what's causing it, and we need to put the solutions together to try to get it under control, help our friends and neighbors and family members who are struggling and get them back on their feet. As a community, that's our responsibility, all of us, to work together to help the people living in our community.
In the coming days, a post-count survey will be completed, with official numbers being released in February, which will create another data point charting the struggle of homelessness in the Chippewa Valley. In downtown Eau Claire, I'm Elliot Adams.